Hey everyone, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Savannah and I'm super excited to introduce to you my very first tiny Glade video. Now this isn't the first thing I ever built jumping into the game. It's actually technically my third. I've had quite a lot of fun getting into this, exploring, getting to know the pieces and the building and all that kind of fun stuff. But this is the first one I've decided to share with you, so technically, I guess, welcome to my first tiny Glade build. Now, I'm sure if you like cozy games just like I do, you've seen Tiny Glade making its rounds around social media. There are many content creators that have picked it up and just been making some absolutely phenomenal things. And for good reason. The game is adorable. I do have to say a quick thank you to the devs for sending me over a key. I'm officially obsessed. You have given me the new game to take over my life for the time being. So when you open a new map, you can pick from a few different seasonal options, but there's also a daily theme option. And that's what I started with for this build. So you may have noticed that in the beginning of the video, the daily theme map gave us some small pieces that were already built on the map along with the river and the surrounding trees. And it's actually from that I got the idea for this. Now, the daily theme also gives you a prompt just in case you don't have ideas of your own. So today's theme was actually Alchemist's Shop. However, the small little building in front of a river surrounded by trees all reminded me, for whatever reason, of Snow White's cottage. So that's why I decided to make a little cottage in the woods type build for my very first build to show you all. Now, it does have some limitations. Obviously, to my knowledge, there's no way to change the slope of the roof to kind of mimic the more rounded shape of Snow White's cottage. I also couldn't make the base of the building skinnier and have it kind of slope up in a V form to match the kind of cartoony cottage that's in Snow White. We also don't have thatched roofing, which, by the way, devs, if you can add thatched roofing, I would love it. I would love you forever. That would be amazing, because those of you that watch my Planet Zoo content know how much I love the thatched roofing and all of that. But I digress. Even without all those extra options, I can still create something super adorable, super cute, very easy. And this really only took me about 12 minutes. The footage that you're seeing here is really only sped up very, very slightly just to make the video about 7 or 8 minutes long, however long it ends up being. And it is really easy. I just sat down, I created this. You're almost seeing it in real time. And so the way that the game works, the options that it has, really just makes it so easy for absolutely anyone to get into the game. There's no complicated controls or pieces to master or memorize. You're just simply creating self-generated cuteness. Now, on the topic of pieces, though, although I do love the concept of the game randomly generating little decor pieces, I would absolutely love just to have a few pieces I could pick up from and place down. Things like hay bales, benches, barrels, tools, tiny little clutter and decor pieces that I can use to fill in the blank areas around my builds. Even something like little flowers, small trees or tree variations, bushes, all that would be absolutely amazing. I didn't really need many of those pieces for this kind of build, as I was really building close to a building, and so that's where a lot of the pieces generate next to. However, I have already built another little village that I really could have used some pieces to put down, like in the blank areas where there was just lots of grass or open space, just to give it a little more detail and kind of sell the idea that I was trying to build. And you'll see that because I am going to put it together in a video, so that'll be the next one that comes out. And of course, me being an animal person, you can see the adorable little ducks that are swimming around in the river that goes across the front of this little cottage. All those guys kind of just randomly spawn in and swim around. Same thing with like the little birds that are flying around and sheep that run around in the fields. I would absolutely love if there were some way to purposefully put down animals like sheep, or maybe add goats or cows, or maybe add swans or something like that, where you could make like actual little farms. Speaking of farms, something like crops would be really, really cool if I could place down corn or carrots or something like that and make little fields where little people could, farm and grow crops and things like that. I guess is pretty self-explanatory. But little things like that, and I know that I'm sitting here and saying, I want, but it's only because I am so very excited about this game, about the way it works, the concept of it, all that kind of stuff. I'm just really excited about, and I want it to be a game that I get hours and hours and hours out of. So my mind instantly goes to what could make this better, what could spend more of my time doing, all that kind of stuff. So you can see I put a little garden here. The self-generated flowers are absolutely gorgeous. I love the colors. I really only have played in what I think they call the flowery map. But I'm super excited to try the autumn themed one or the snowy one. They even have kind of a more, and I'm going to say this very loosely, like a spooky one. It's really not that scary because the entire game is just cute all over. Everything is cute. So there's not really anything scary about it, but it's kind of like a darker, spooky kind of vibe. So I'm just excited to try them all, to be honest. And I can't wait. My brain is going 1,000 miles a minute just thinking about all the different things that I can do. I keep seeing things that people are putting together and kind of kicking myself that I didn't think of them first. But I do have some ideas rattling around in my brain, and I cannot wait to get to them. But as you can see here, we're pretty much done here. I was just adding a couple little lanterns and a couple little fences, kind of just going off of my own creativity at this point. I've kind of left the whole reference thing aside because I'm just adding some more little details around the place for stuff to look at as you're kind of walking around the house. The paths lead back into the forest. And yeah, that's all I have. We're going to get to the end screenshot of it, which is what I used as the thumbnail. So thank you guys all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you've picked up Tiny Glade yourself, how you're enjoying it, what you've built. If you want to share what you've built, we do have a channel on our Discord that allows you to share screenshots of your builds. The link is down below in the description if you want to head on over there and chat with the community and share your thoughts and ideas and get creative. But until next time, I will talk at you guys in the next video. Bye!